Welcome back, Santa Clarita Valley, to your Neighborhood Watch, brought to you by All-American Bail Bonds, where twice a month we talk about all things Santa Clarita Valley Sheriff Station related with our law enforcement guest du jour, Deputy Josh Dubin.
Doesn't that mean of the day?
It does.
Is that French?
It is.
Wow.
I'm cultured. That's what you don't know.
Yeah, you are.
And we have a guest on air waiting for us. I want to just real quick talk about what's going to be on the show today. We're talking about the shakeout, phone scams, missing persons reports, the haunted jailhouse. But first, we have the lovely Tiffany Grummer.
Very special guest
on the line. Tiffany.
Hi.
Talk to me about the JCs and the top 40 under 40, because you are somebody who's in the know about that.
Thank you. Well, first, thank you for having me on your show. It sounds like an action-packed episode, and I can't wait to listen.
Always.
So the JCs is a nonprofit organization for young leaders in Santa Clarita. It's actually all over the world, but we do have a chapter here in Santa Clarita, and it's for ages 21 to 40. And people join this group to grow as a person, grow in their community, grow their leadership skills. So it's a really great opportunity for young leaders to blossom here in Santa Clarita.
And how do you guys help grow the leadership skills and the networking in the Santa Clarita Valley?
Good question. So for leadership, we have a full board, so it's a good way to get your feet wet in the nonprofit board world to serve on the JC board first. You get kind of all of that board experience. We also do have leadership trainings a couple times a year. Those are led by New Leaf and Paul Butler. And as far as the networking, we have a monthly networking lunch. It's the third Friday of every month at Buca de Beppo, where we all meet, and also anybody is welcome to network. And we do have a speaker each month, so we also like to learn something new. So it's a good.
You're a big fan. You love that place.
I'm all about.
What, Buca?
Oh yeah, Perry loves that place.
Yeah, they're great.
So, and do you guys work with nonprofits? Talk to me about outreach, and what do you guys talk about at the leadership?
Well, volunteering is a big part of what we do. So any nonprofit who needs volunteers or help with their events, we're always more than welcome to help. So we volunteer at all of the major events, the Michael Hawthorne Evening of the Stars, Taste of the Town. We were just at Kid Expo, the Rubber Ducky Regatta a couple weeks ago, the Brenda Maitland Fight at 5K. We're constantly volunteering.
Wow, you guys are all over the Santa Clarita Valley.
Yes, all over. So it's a great way to meet people, not only in the group, but also out in the community.
And another special fact, Perry Smith, Miss Tiffany was on the front page of the magazine of Santa Clarita.
Oh, thank you. Yes.
The front page. Does this have to do
you
with
also get awesome opportunities like that.
Is this about the top 40 under 40? Or?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, it was for the Kid Expo. We worked very closely with the Child and Family Center. A lot of the people in our group are also on the board of Child and Family Center Foundation, or also on the Young Leadership Corps Foundation. So we work very closely with them. So we were a big supporter of their Kid Expo, so they asked some of us to be on the cover of the magazine. So it was very cool.
And that's another event you guys do with the outreach and working with the community.
Yep, that was just this past weekend, so a bunch of us were at that, volunteering.
And an event that you and all three of us were at, and many others.
At the Wolf Creek Brewery Tasting Room?
Which I was unaware that even existed.
Oh, that's a great spot.
Why are you not keeping me in the know on these things?
You know what? I thought you were in the know. You are the social media boss for the
I feel like as the news director.
Well, now we're finger pointing. So, Tiffany, tell us about that event.
Okay, so like I said, leadership is a big part of the JCs, which is the junior chamber. So about 6 years ago, we came up with this event called 40 Under 40, and it's to recognize young leaders in the community, and it also gives them an opportunity to find out about our organization.
True or false? True or false? There are two nominees here.
With that event this year. The event that you guys are referring to was our nominee mixer. So every year, a bunch of people get nominated for this award. This year we had 70, and we put on a big mixer just to kind of congratulate all of the nominees and meet them, and also they get an opportunity to meet the selection committee, who will ultimately be choosing the top 40. So that was just this past Thursday at Wolf Creek Brewery, and I'm so glad you guys were able to come and join. It was a lot of fun.
Important question, Tiffany. When do people find out that Josh didn't make the list and I did?
Oh.
When do we get the news?
Okay, so it will be publicly released in the next edition of the Santa Clarita magazine coming out the beginning of November. The pictures of the winners will be in there. However, the winners will be notified prior to that. The winners will be finding out this week, so they can go ahead and start telling their family and friends and start buying tickets for our big gala award ceremony on November 13th.
So if Josh didn't make it, he will at least get a consolation letter, right? Some sort of like
usually
a parting
we
gift
don't, but I do feel
just
like
for him
we
personally,
should do that.
Yeah.
That's
nice.
I will be doing consolation letters this year.
Tiffany, thank you for coming on. And if people want to get more information about the JCs, where do they go online? How do they find that out? And how do they sign up and get involved in this leadership and community outreach?
You can find us on our website, also Facebook. Just look up Santa Clarita JCs. Also, we would love to have any of you come to the awards gala for 40 Under 40. Just www.sev40under40.com. Tickets are $55. It's at Robinson's Ranch, and we'd love you guys to come support the winners.
Awesome. Tiffany, we got to take a commercial break, but thank you for calling in and giving us some information about this event. And
thank you for having me.
Hopefully this helps Josh's bid to be the number one top 40 under 40. Thanks again, Tiffany. We got to take a commercial break. We'll be back on your hometown station, KHTS AM 1220 Neighborhood Watch, brought to you by All American Bail Bonds after this. Welcome back, Santa Clarita Valley. We're here on your Neighborhood Watch, brought to you by All American Bail Bonds. And this is the very special Shakeout edition.
The Great Shakeout.
We talk about all things Santa Clarita Valley Sheriff Station, Deputy Dubin, but, as we know, the Sheriff Station has a very close partnership with the city. And with that in mind, we have some words from our mayor, Lorene West.
Good morning, Santa Clarita. This is Mayor Lorene West with a message on earthquake preparedness. Today at 10:16 a.m., we are going to join over 9.6 million Californians in the Great Shakeout Drill. We need to recognize that earthquakes are a daily threat in California, and we need to take the appropriate steps to be ready to prepare and respond. The Great California Shakeout is not just about practicing drop, cover, and hold on. It's about getting us all to discuss how to prepare and respond to earthquakes. The recent 6.0 Napa earthquake in Northern California is a reminder to all of us that many injuries can be avoided when we take appropriate measures to stay safe during an earthquake. We should always do the following action when the earth begins to shake: drop, cover, and hold on. Move only as far as necessary to reach a safe place. Take cover under a sturdy desk or table and hold on to it firmly. Be prepared to move with the shaking. Hold the position until the ground stops shaking and it is safe to move. Do not go to a doorway as a place of safety. Injury can occur when doors are swinging. If outdoors, find a spot away from buildings, trees, streetlights, power lines, and overpasses. Drop to the ground and stay there until the shaking stops. Please remember never to run out of a building while the ground is still shaking. If in a vehicle, pull over to a clear location and stop. Stay in the vehicle with the seatbelt fastened until the shaking stops. Please remember, prepare for your children, pets, and all your loved ones' needs. Santa Clarita, let's practice. Ready, set, go. Now, drop, cover, and hold on. Thank you, Santa Clarita.
Man, that was some earthquake. Thank you, Mayor Lorene West, for those words of wisdom about what happens in an earthquake. You know what they say.
That was a long earthquake.
The hater's going to hate. And we're just going to shake, right? Oh, Kyle didn't like that one.
Did Kyle not like that? I thought that was great. I know, seriously.
I've never been booed in the studio before by my boss.
Wow.
Well, not everybody's a Taylor Swift fan. Anyways. So, also, if you want more information on your own, you can go to shakeout.org, and they have 7 steps for earthquake preparedness. I'm going to go over those real quick in the spirit of the Great American Shakeout, if you don't mind, Deputy Dubin.
Hashtag shakeout.
Hashtag shakeout.
And you just heard the rumble sound for 30 seconds.
Are you tweeting out some selfies of you shaking it up?
Oh, we should have done that.
Well,
Really?
we can still do that. Commercial break.
Way to drop the ball.
But
P.
anyways,
Smith.
let me get to the steps.
Okay, go ahead.
The
Go ahead.
important
This is
thing
important stuff.
is safety and security and preparation. So secure your space is step 1 by identifying hazards and securing movable items. So you want to put some locks on those cabinets.
Like your bowling trophy flying off the wall and
secure
hitting
the
you in the
shelves
head?
and the bowling trophies. It's actually a giant gold bowling ball for my perfect...
I feel like that would knock you out if that came flying off the shelf.
Well, that's why you're supposed to secure these items. Exactly.
Okay. Step 2, go ahead.
Point. Plan to be safe by creating a disaster plan and deciding how you will communicate in an emergency. So, I don't know if they're talking about ham radios or just making sure you
know
have a
that
plan.
you should Google that cell phones might not work.
Yeah.
Because
that's
there's going to
a
be so
very
many
real
calls.
thing.
However, text messaging still might work.
Because they're on different grids, right?
Right. So something to be aware of.
Right. And make sure you have batteries so you can run things.
Of course. What about those solar chargers now that can charge your laptop, charge your phone?
I didn't know such a thing existed.
Oh, they do.
You bring in new stuff to the
Costco.
table all the time.
And anywhere else.
All right.
I'm keeping it real today. Go ahead.
And that
what
leads
else?
into
Next step.
That leads into step 3, organize disaster supplies in convenient locations, such as, what you're talking about, in addition to food,
Right.
water, backup medications,
Right.
copies of prescriptions, emergency contact info. All good
So
things.
hopefully
First aid kit.
that kit is not at the bottom of a big
Right.
mess of things.
Right.
Hopefully it's in a good location that you could quickly and easily get to that.
I have several throughout my house, so if I want to jump under a piece of furniture, I'm right there next to the first aid kit. Boom.
Wow. Go ahead.
Step 5, drop, cover, and hold on when the ground shakes.
That's different than stop, drop, and roll.
right. You're not
That's
rolling.
if you're on fire.
I think that's
Okay, go ahead.
That's the old one or something.
Right.
I don't know.
Drop, cover, and hold on.
And if it's difficult to drop, cover, and hold on, because some of our, listeners are not as nimble as Kyle per se. If you're in a wheelchair, recliner, or bed, stay put and do not try to transfer during the shaking. Cover your head, neck with an arm or pillow until the shaking stops. And people who use wheelchairs should lock your wheels, cover your head and neck until the shaking stops. The shaking motion may increase difficulty moving around, so make sure you keep that in mind and then you're at a safe place.
Good point.
Real quick, we're going to get last 2 steps. Improve safety after earthquakes by evacuating if necessary, helping the injured, and preventing further injuries or damage. And step 7 is reconnect and restore. Restore daily life by reconnecting with others, repairing damage, and rebuilding community, which is what we try to do here every day in Neighborhood Watch. So,
Great segment. Into a commercial break.
on
You
that
like
note,
that, Kyle.
we're going to take it into the break on your Neighborhood Watch, brought to you by AM 1220 KHTS and All American Bail Bonds.